First question would always be which resume template I'm going to use. So I was able to pull some examples from officeplus.com, which is a website that offers free Chinese resume template. Although many templates are very nicely designed, I would say only very few meet our requirement. For example, let's take out those three examples I listed here. The first one on the left, it's a cheerful, colorful one, but unless you apply for creative jobs or the job description explicitly require a strong design capability of you, never use such a colorful resume template that is too distracting. And the example in the middle is not necessarily a bad example. It's acceptable to some extent, but I just thought it could have been more professional without the blue banners. Even if it only has one color, I will still think it's too busy for a business professional purpose. And the example on the right, the third one, is a 2-column template. In fact, in some resume writing articles that you'll be able to find on internet, it's listed as one of the good examples. However, I wouldn't recommend it not to graduate students, especially because its layout only allows very limited space for descriptions on professional experience. So for our SMP students or undergrad with a good history of a professional experience to demonstrate, I think you would need a better template that leave more space in this section to work on. I was able, this photo here, this image here, I was able to find it on the internet, and rumor says it's from the resume books of China's top 2 universities business school. And you can see the design is pretty clear, the resumes are very straightforward, and the overall template or designs is very similar to our English resume template. If the rumor is true, we were able to steal a glance of the top Chinese business schools guidance on students' Chinese resume, which I believe those guidance are supported and verified by the Chinese job market. And it tells something about how China's best jobs favors in regards of students' resume styles. In one page, in black and white designed. One page is usually sufficient for majority of the entry-level jobs. And considering that it's true that many recruiters usually just have less than 10 seconds to review a resume, one page would help them to locate the highlight of you at the first sight. And this is a copy of a resume sent to me from a student. The overall design is okay, but the several lines on the second page look a little bit awkward to me. The overall length is a little bit awkward. So I would recommend the student to work on reorganizing all the content into one page. And also, I know many of you are using online tools or services to help you create resume, to help you with the resume template. There's nothing bad about it, I think, as long as you choose good template. Just a few things to remind you of. If you're using those online services, always double check it doesn't leave any watermark. Know their logos, their names, anything on your resume output. Also, if the tool is hard to manage content, for example, some template automatic field template would allow only a certain number of spots to put in your experience. For example, it only allows 2 spots to put in internship while you have 3 or even more excellent ones trying to insert. Remember, don't put the cart before the horse. You need to make the decision on content yourself, and then let service and tools help you with the formatting and everything else. Don't be restricted by tools itself. All right, these sections on Chinese resume is not so much different from that on English resume. So education, professional experience, campus experience, honors, interest skills, they're pretty standard, I would say. I just want to comment on the two items marked in gray. The first one is career objective. I would say it's an optional item section on your resume because for most of the entry-level jobs, your application goal, your positions you're applying for is either pretty clear, specific, so it's not necessary information for the company, or this your objective is not, it doesn't really matter because fresh graduates will be included in the graduate program recruitment pool, which successful applicants will be assigned later on the company's leads. So in this situation, your objective at the beginning is not essential information to companies either. And the other one is self-assessment or self-introduction. This section, in fact, matters more in experienced hiring rather than entry-level hiring or campus recruiting. So my recommendations would be, if you have a beautifully crafted summary of yourself and it fitting what a job you're applying for requires, put it on. It will be a highlight of your resume of your experience. Otherwise, it takes risk and you could consider leave it out.